Alrighty. We got us some shit on our hands. Shit on our hands. Literally. Well, not literally, figuratively. But Jamal Charlo, he could potentially beat Canelo. Now this is a fight. Mind you, me and Jamal, we happen to be of the same race. I want Jamal Charlo to beat Canelo. But to be honest with you, Jamal Charlo beating Canelo would be bad for boxing. More people are interested in seeing Canelo fight Terrence Crawford, David Benavidez, David Morrell, any motherfucking body. Jamal Charlo took all of that time off of the sport. He's no longer the casual attraction that he once was. He didn't look too good in his last fight. But with all that being said, he still has a chance to beat Canelo. Two finger, thanks for liking the live. So what happens if Jamal Charlo beats Canelo? How does that affect the boxing world? I think it will be bad for boxing. Because now Jamal Charlo has all 4 belts. He's a super middleweight undisputed champion. Can Jamal Charlo hold it down at super middleweight? To be honest with you, I think he's really a middleweight. I think guys like Charlo and Andre, they're really 160-pound fighters. I don't think Charlo would fare well against David Benavidez. I don't think Charlo would fare well against David Morrell. Because he's smaller than him. He's shorter than him, and he's smaller than him. They also look to be a little bit more skilled than him. But who knows? So if Charlo beats Canelo, it would change everything. In fact, it'd be bad for Canelo and it'd be bad for boxing, but it'd be good for Benavidez because PBC would rush Charlo into the ring with Benavidez if Charlo was undisputed. Charlo would not beat Canelo. I agree. I don't think Charlo's going to beat Canelo, but he has a chance. So I'm just thinking, what happens to boxing if he beats Canelo? How does that change the boxing landscape? How do you feel about Ortiz versus Tio? I didn't watch the fight yet. I'll be watching the fight tomorrow, breaking it down, watching it 2 to 3 times, breaking the full fight down on my Patreon page, and then I'll do a live about it and say whether or not Tio was given a gift decision. Because people are saying Ortiz was robbed. But earlier in my live, when I went live earlier, I told people straight up, Ortiz is dangerous because he comes into every fight trying to win. He doesn't look at himself like a contender. The powers that be, they look at Jermaine Ortiz as a contender. But he doesn't look at himself like that, so he always has a chance to win. Someone says the fight was trash. It's on YouTube now. It could be on YouTube, but I know where to go get it anyway, so it don't matter. John 17:24 is eternal. Okay. Crawford #1 in his weight. I agree. Haney cooks Tio. Quite possible. I pick Haney to beat Tio. But Tio is a firecracker. He's unpredictable. So Tio can have a bad night against one person, come back and have a great night. That's what happens when you don't have mental stability. Tio didn't win that fight. Well, we're going to see. We're going to see. I didn't want to go live talking about that fight because I didn't watch the fight yet. So I'm not going to bluff y'all for views and shit. What I want to talk about is what is the potential of Jamal Charlo beating Canelo? And if Jamal Charlo beats Canelo, how would that change the landscape of boxing? Charlo was asked against Canelo, put some respect in. No, I'm talking about the brother. I believe the brother has a chance to be, what's up, Keffa? What's good? I believe the brother has a chance to be a party pooper. I believe he has a chance to rain on Canelo's parade. A lot of people, we've heard that Canelo's going to be fighting Charlo and then Crawford, right? But we are assuming that Canelo is just going to step over Jamal Charlo. And I don't think that we could do that. I think we got to respect Charlo. And we have to respect his skill level and his size. His power doesn't look the same because he took all that time off. So I think his timing was a little bit off in the Jose Benavidez Jr. fight. But Charlo, 2 to 3 years ago, I would have picked him to beat Canelo. Right now, I can't do that. Now, Canelo going to bully him the way he did his little bro. Now, notice you said little bro because Jamal Charlo, he's younger than Jamal and he's smaller than Jamal. Jamal is a naturally bigger brother. I think Jamal is a more naturally talented brother as well. But I think Jamal works harder at the sport. I think Jamal wanted to be undisputed more. He wanted legacy more. Hey, Kevin, thanks for liking the live, man. I appreciate it. Everybody in the chat that's tapping that screen, thank you. He's going to bring the fight. Exactly. I think Jamal Charlo is going to bring the fight. Would you take Bud over Canelo? No. But Bud has a good chance of beating Canelo. but I think it's a 70-30. Actually, I think it's a 60-40 fight. I gotta put respect on Bud's name. Bud has things that Canelo doesn't have. Like Bud's feet are fast. Canelo's feet has never been fast. You know what I mean? Bud has a 74-inch reach. Canelo's arms have never been that long. Yo, KJ, what you seen from T.O. today? I didn't see anything. I didn't watch the fight yet. Nick, thanks for liking the live. I'll be watching that fight tomorrow, and I'll be breaking it down on Patreon and coming back and doing a live about it and talking about whether or not T.O. got a gift decision. The Twins gang, they built the same, and Charlo depressed even after the Benavidez fight. Well, Jamal Charlo, the bigger one, he had problems with his woman. So that's the thing. When you with a woman for a long time, if y'all not loving each other the right way, it could ruin both of y'all. I'm not really going to Charlo about that, but yeah, he has been facing depression. And boxing is not
Hey, nobody wants to see that fight,
boxing is a sport
bro.
where you need intense and immense focus, mental
Nobody.
focus, confidence, and self belief. What's up, Abel Perez? What's
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
man?
No, I don't think nobody's gonna want to see that fight, bro, with Jamal Charlo.
Well, it's not about what the people want to see.
Uh, oh yeah,
PBC gave Canelo a list of names.
damn Canelo. If Canelo takes this route, bro, I'm not ever gonna watch this guy fight again, bro.
You lying, bro.
Huh?
And me too. You lying. Everybody, we say this all the time, but at
Yeah,
the end of the day, Canelo is still one of the best in the world.
yeah,
So when
he
he
is.
fights, you're gonna go
Yeah, I
watch.
give him credit, bro, but I hope he doesn't take this route, bro. I hope he takes the Benavidez fight. That's the fight that
He's
everybody
not
wants to
gonna fight.
see.
He's not gonna fight Benavidez, especially not this year. The Benavidez fight, if it happens, it probably won't happen until the end of 2025.
Damn, bro. We have to wait for that long? Shit.
I would wait if Canelo was gonna make him wait till 2025. First off, if Canelo actually goes out and fights Benavidez, like if he actually says I'm gonna go fight Benavidez, and if a contract gets signed, the first thing I'm gonna do is make a video saying thank you, because he doesn't have to fight Benavidez. He's
Mm.
proven a lot in the sport. But this is just something that we need to see. We need to see the old line and the young line. We need to see
Yeah.
nature run its course. And we also need to see Canelo truly dare to be great. When he fought Bivol, he was pussyfoot and he acted like he dared to be great. But we all know when you go up and weight, people give you all this credit. The
He
fact
would
that
well
Benavidez was within his weight class, now you're really daring to be great and you putting
he
the
went
belts on
up and
him.
wait because he knew that he wasn't he didn't have any belts there.
Yeah,
So
so
that
there's less to lose.
so
It's
he
less to
doesn't want to
lose.
fight Benavidez because he knows that if he loses to Benavidez, he's gonna lose all his titles. All his belts.
Yeah, Jaffe LaFleur came in clearing his throat. You know he about to say some shit. That motherfucker, he jumped on the mic. He said,
Let me get the
all
controls
right,
right
Jaffe,
first.
what's up, man?
I'm trying to see the mute button. You got it on?
Oh no, you good?
Oh, but yeah, man, Canelo ain't got nothing to prove. Benavidez been begging for that money. He's just not going to pay him. It's not scary. It's not what the fans want. He's just not going to pay him because
Yeah.
Benavidez been begging for that
Hey,
money for a while. He not
I
going to
got
pay
a
him.
No, the
yeah.
fans do want it though. The fans do want it,
I
Yeah,
got
and
a
it's
he's
the
been
biggest
question.
fight
demanding
in
mandatory
boxing.
for a while too.
I got a
Abel
Yeah,
got
question
another
for
fight in
you.
boxing.
How long is it gonna take for Canelo to get his next opponent? Like how long?
He already he
When are
already
they
was in
when
talks.
are they gonna name his
May
next
and
opponent?
September are the dates that he has.
Huh?
May and September are the dates that he has.
No,
I,
but
I,
And
I
the
think
rumor
we're
is he's
moving
gonna
too
fight Jamal
fast.
Charlo in
I
May,
think we're moving too fast.
and
Let's
Canelo.
take
I
it
mean,
one
he's
fight
gonna
at a
fight
time.
Crawford in September.
He's
What's
gonna
up,
beat
Jeffy? What's
Charlo,
up?
bro. He's gonna
how
beat
come his
Charlo.
next opponent hasn't been announced yet though? Shouldn't it
Because
be announced
the
already?
PBC, they want to make
Who
sure
he's gonna
they
fight?
moving and they picking the right people for Canelo.
I wouldn't put money on it, but at least you know Charlo gonna bring the fight, especially because they talking so bad about his brother performance. He's gonna at least bring a fight too
That
for him.
doesn't matter, bro. I don't trust the
But
Charlos, man.
I don't see him knocking
Charlos,
him out
bro. I don't
though.
want to see
That
the
Mexican
Charlos
chin is
go against
strong.
Canelo, bro. You saw what the other
This
Charlo
is the
did.
thing, though, and this why I made this live. I want y'all to consider this: if Charlo beats Canelo and becomes undisputed, I don't think he could hold it down at that weight class. You got Benavidez, you got David
No,
Morrell. I
yeah,
think Charlo really is
I,
a natural
I was gonna say
middleweight.
that.
I don't think he really is a natural super middleweight.
No, he's not, bro. Canelo just wants to beat
Cause
up a
they definitely gonna put him with
small black
Benavidez
man,
like
bro.
first.
I think it's a fetish or something.
I'd
After
rather
Canelo
see
get that
Canelo versus
rematch.
Jaime Munguia. That's gonna be a good fight to watch. Jaime Munguia
That's
or
not
David
gonna happen.
Benavidez.
It's a higher chance than than the Benavidez fight for sure.
Yeah.
If I was Benavidez, I would try to get the fight with Munguia or
Um,
Bivol or
Benavidez. I
I'm
don't
Bivol.
know if Munguia would take a fight with Benavidez. Let me be honest with you.
I-
Munguia,
We're always
he been trying to push for the Canelo fight for a long, long time. And I don't know if Munguia will beat Canelo, but Munguia does have a shot. I broke it down on my Patreon page. Literally, all Munguia has to do is not get knocked out. He throws way more punches than Canelo at this point in his career. But even if he does get knocked out, he knows he's going to get a big check. If he fights David, the check isn't going to be big. The fighter he's fighting is going to be big, and the chances of him getting his ass whooped is going to be big as well.
oh yeah.
I think that Munguia needs to fight David Morrell, and then Benavidez needs to fight the winner
Oh
of that.
wow.
Then
Good.
there could be no disputing that he gets the Canelo fight.
Good.
He
This
needs
guy
to
should be
fight
the
both.
matchmaker for boxing right here. What a fight. I never thought about that.
That's
That's
a
a good fight
route.
right there.
That's a good
That
route to take.
Munguia and Morrell is a great fight. You know
if you
why? Munguia has 40 something fights, but most of the guys he's fighting, they're not really,
They're
they're
all
a lot of them are
bums.
journeymen. And
Mm-hmm.
then David Morrell, he only got like 7 or 8 fights, but we know he's coming out of Cuba. We know these dudes, they have these extensive amateur careers, and they
I
both
I
have
I
something to
I
prove. So that's a
I
great
got a
that's a great
feeling I
matchmaking that you did.
I got a feeling that Canelo might fight the other Charlo.
Yeah, that's what
Jamal
he's doing.
Charlo, bro. I
that's
think
the guy
that
who's
Yeah,
in
I mean,
trouble.
that could be
No,
his
he
next
fought the
that's what
small
opponent.
the
Charlo.
opponent.
reports are saying that.
He's fought the
The
small
reports are
Charlo.
saying that, man.
Yeah, and then after Jamal Charlo, maybe David Benavidez, man. That's what I think
No,
for
No, no,
it's gotta
no.
be
September.
Terence
Crawford, man. He's
Crawford.
not gonna fight Benavidez this year. He said it
Ah,
himself. He
bro,
said he
come
want to
on.
make
Yeah, he
Benavidez weight.
is. He is gonna
The
fight
fight
He said it
Benavidez.
himself in the article. He said he wanted to make Benavidez weight.
Ah, fucking hate that.
Told you.
Dude,
the fight we need for Jamal is against Plant. That's the fight
Yeah,
we
that's the
need.
plan. He
damn, bro.
Jamal,
slapped him,
Canelo
right? He
really
slapped
We're
him.
not
disappoints
gonna
his
get that
fans,
fight,
bro.
bro.
I don't like that, bro.
What?
Canelo really does disappoint his fans, bro. I hate that. I don't know why he's like
he's done
that.
enough though. You have
Shit.
to admit Canelo has done more than enough.
More than
He
enough.
pretty much can do what he wants now.
Shit.
But if he retires right now, that everyone,
No, I didn't
I
see
feel
the
like
fight.
everyone will bring Benavidez up, bro. I know I'm gonna bring
You
him
know,
up if he retires.
if Canelo Benavidez can't happen, they should make Benavidez versus Munguia. That would be a good fight. Everybody would buy that.
I think
Yeah,
Morel needs to fight
Benavidez and
Munguia
Munguia would
first.
be a
I
great,
would
great
watch
fight, but I
that.
don't think
Munguia
Munguia
is
wants
not
that
gonna
fight. I'll
fight
be honest with you.
Benavidez because Munguia he wants to sit in the side. Maybe he might have a chance to get the big payday versus Canelo. Because Canelo can just say, "Oh, look at his record. Yo, he just beat the guy I couldn't knock out. So like, it would be better if I fight him instead of Benavidez, guys.
If you in the chat, make sure you liking the
Yes.
live. But I'm gonna tell you like this, man.
It's simple like that.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Munguia, if he fight Benavidez, he's taking a huge risk. Remember what Benavidez said before fighting Andre and after fighting Andre? He said nobody wanted to fight him, nobody wanted to fight me. A lot of these guys, they do not want to have to fight David Benavidez. Like, they're not gonna come out and make a video saying, nah, fuck that, I'm not fighting. They're not gonna say that. But deep down, a lot of them, they don't want to fight David Benavidez. He's a weight class bully and he can actually fight. So it's like a double whammy.
Tap the
I think,
screen.
as I said
The
before,
fat man strength too.
I think the best way for Benavidez to undoubtedly get Canelo is you have Morel fight Munguia, the winner of Munguia and Morel fights Benavidez, and then the winner of that fights Canelo. That's the only way that he's gonna
No,
get.
no, the only possible way I
Well,
think, and it's not gonna be good for his body, is possibly go up, fight Bevo, and then knock him out. Maybe, but I don't think that fight will ever happen. If it happens, I'll be very happy.
no, I don't. It don't make sense for him to go up and come back down. But
Yeah.
anyway, the only way that Benavidez is going to get the fight with Canelo, it don't have nothing to do with who he fights in between. All it has to do is with Canelo. Canelo is the one that's calling the shots. So Canelo could fight Benavidez tomorrow if that's what he wanted.
Yeah, that's true.
Canelo won't.
That is true. But I don't know. I think I've got mixed feelings on it because I think Canelo has done more than enough in his career that he can just kind of pick the fights that he wants. But then at the same time, if it's like Benavidez and Canelo is the biggest fight you can make in boxing right now.
Look, man, Floyd was 36. He gave Canelo a shot at the throne.
And I hate it
So
when
It's
Canelo
one of the
does.
he's
biggest
supposed
fights,
to
not
fight
the
Benavidez.
biggest.
He's
I
done
mean,
enough for him to retire and be remembered and go to Hall of Fame.
No,
But he's supposed to
yeah.
fight Benavidez. He's supposed to.
no.
Mm,
Canelo versus Benavidez is the biggest fight in boxing. I don't know what sport you're watching, but that's is
not the
the
biggest
most
fight in
biggest
boxing,
It
fight.
man.
is. It is.
That's the biggest
Mm-mm.
fight because
Nah, I
Canelo.
think
What's the
I
biggest
think
fight?
the Asian boy and Tank, bro. You
That
can say,
won't.
No,
What are you
No, that
that's
talking
fight,
way
about?
too
he's
much
way
weight for
that, that can
anyway.
never
What
happen.
are you
He way
talking
too
about, bro?
small.
Bro's not
I
gonna
He
be
way
mean,
too
playing.
small.
that's
But as a fantasy fight, that would be one of the biggest fights because
mhm.
when you talk about the Asian market,
It's
you talking
too.
about
That's what I'm
millions
about
of
to
people.
say. You beat me to it.
No.
It's
That fight
Even
is impossible. There's no possibility.
even
yep.
Devin
Benavidez
against Tank has way more
versus
demand.
Canelo is it's all on Canelo's side. If Canelo wants to fight, it won't happen. If
Yep.
Inoue versus Tank happens, it won't happen because there's so much weight. 16.
JW, thanks for liking the live.
It's
You
gonna
know
be
what's crazy?
16 pounds. That's a lot.
Inoue's dominating the lower weight classes so much that they want him to jump 3 weight classes to fight Tank just to quote unquote prove himself, as if becoming undisputed in 2 divisions in less than a year or just over a year, sorry, isn't impressive enough. It's crazy.
It is impressive, but it's different at the lighter weight
Yeah.
classes. Like 4 pounds and then 3 pounds. Like it's different.
That is true.
But it is still impressive. It is still impressive. But at the end of the day, it's not even about him having to prove himself. They just want to see him against top tier competition. At 120, he seems to be head and shoulders above the competition. And that's not his fault. But I said this in a different live. At the end of the day, some of the great black fighters, they don't walk around as grown men weighing 120 pounds. That's just not
Yeah.
how we're built. Some of the Asians, they're naturally shorter, and this is you can look up the measurements, and they have thinner bone structure, so they be grown men and they be 120 pounds.
Bird bones.
Yeah.
They call them bird
Basically,
bones.
he's not going up against a top tier competition, and people want to see him face top competition to see exactly how good he is.
I think he could find opponents at 130 maybe,
I
but
just want
anything
to
over
see Tank.
130 is too much.
I just want to see Tank like box somebody with his arm length that's like just as good, just as fast. I mean, that's his only downside. He just don't have no reach for him. I think he could deal with Haney pretty good if he had that reach, but Haney gonna hit him and back up.
I think
It's
he's
gonna be
got.
like,
I think Frank Martin is a good fight to make against Tank right now. I think
Yeah,
that's like
yeah,
a
but I wanted to see the Tank and the Frank fight, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But
no.
that'd be a great fight, man.
man, come
That'd
on.
be Tank giving Frank Martin a chance
Yeah,
to become somebody too. Anybody who Tank
payday.
fight, he's giving you an opportunity. Like Pitbull
The
career is looking
people,
at
yeah.
totally different after Tank fought him.
Fun fact,
Yeah.
I knew this because people had like not even 100K subscribers on Instagram before he fought Tank because the fight was so close. Right now, I think he has over 1 million off of
See,
one fight.
Yeah.
Off of one fight,
That's why they want to fight him.
Once you fight Tank, your life is changed. If you like,
Tank giving these motherfuckers job opportunities.
look at
Yeah,
Rolly,
for
bro. Nobody
real,
knew about
for
Rolly.
real.
Like
For,
Rolly was
that's
like,
Tank
why that's
creating
why
jobs
Haney
like
begging
Jeff
for that fight.
Bezos and shit, boy.
That's why Haney begging for that fight. Haney want that fight bad, but he ain't gonna give it to
No,
him.
that's different though. Haney don't need Tank. Like Pitbull, nobody knew who Pitbull was before the Tank fight. As far as casuals, people know who Haney is.
yeah.
Honestly, I'm laying down right now. I ain't even about to talk about Haney.
My
I
man
ain't
said
even
you
about to
start
get
talking about
into it.
Haney, you gonna have to get up.
Yeah, I'm not even going that route. Yup. Not right now.
Knowledge boxing.
Oh yeah,
He got his own podcast.
right. That's what's up.
Yeah. What's up, Trent? We got a Montre here, man.
What's up, Kevin?
Yeah, man, it's all good. I was just being quiet because I wanted to interject. You said you didn't see the fight tonight, right? So we can't even.
No, I didn't. I'm watching it tomorrow.
Okay, we'll
Well,
talk
you
about
got
that
lucky,
tomorrow.
buddy. That fight was boring, bro.
The reason I didn't catch it
Mhm.
because I got all the other stuff and I'll be training as
Right.
well. But I'm gonna watch it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Watch it probably 2 or 3 times. That way I can give a educated take on it. I don't want to just jump on
Right.
it because just
Understood.
go fast.
I'll wait for you. We
What
can
gym
chop it
you
up
at?
tomorrow.
All right, appreciate you.
All right.
What
I
Good
think
night,
gym you
you'll be
work
everybody.
out at?
disappointed, that's all.
Older thing. The
Sorry.
fight. People saying the fight was trash.
Yep, fight was trash.
For real, I
Ortiz
didn't
was
think that. I
just
didn't think that Ortiz was gonna have a bad fight, bro. I thought
no.
Ortiz.
It was all.
They said Ortiz was running.
It was he was
Yep.
running the whole fight, bro.
No, he
Anytime
was
For real?
Timo
not,
Fimo,
bro.
yes. Anytime
All
Timo Fimo got close, he would like wave and like
Damn.
run, bro. It was
You know what
But
though? You know what? That motherfucker Tio got a lot of power.
yep.
yeah, he
So, cause
does. His
Ortiz
power is
couldn't even run
underrated.
from Loma, but Loma the power ain't the same at 135 because Loma kind of small.
And another thing,
TLB
if
Haney.
if Theo knew how to cut off the ring, it
Yeah.
would have been a knockout. But like Theo was not gonna. It was so weird. It was like
Yeah.
simple, but he wasn't doing it. You
I
But
know.
hold
think
on. Even when
um
Tio was
This is
taunting
what
his
I say
ass,
about Tio. Tio, he be having mental lapses. He be having issues with his
yes,
confidence
bro.
and shit. So you never know which Tio is going to show up.
Yeah, I think as well. I kind of saw this coming because of the Sandor Martin fight. Anytime Tio goes up against someone who's like boxing on the outside, keeps range on the outside and stuff, he struggles to cut the ring off. And
Sandor Martin, people think he beat Tio.
I think
I
he
think it was
beat the
close.
living shit out of him. The fact that that was the Teofimo won that fight boggers me, man. It's unbelievable.
Make
No
sure
way he
y'all,
went out
y'all in
there.
the
Well, I
chat.
do
Make
want
sure
to
y'all
say,
tapping that screen, man. And I appreciate y'all.
but I gotta
KJ,
say
I
this
don't
though.
between.
Even when Tio was taunting Ortiz, like in the corner, say, "Hey, come on now, come on, let's fight." Ortiz came straight up and tagged his ass up. So,
Yeah,
and
I
even
think
when Ortiz, my bad, was on the front foot, he made his ass turn the whole time. He pivoted that ass. It was turning. It was tagging his ass up. So I don't know when. I don't like the shit that people call him a runner because even on the back, he was tagging his ass up. It was making Tio miss. So let's stop it. It was a good fight. It was a good performance by Ortiz.
Nah, that fight was boring.
I think when
I
you're going
think
up against somebody that has more star power than you don't want to try to win on the back foot. I think you have to mix it up. I think you have to
yeah.
fight a little bit in the center of the ring. I think you gotta put the guard up and go toe to toe from time to time. That way, it forces the judges not to rob you. Like Bivol, he didn't just move around on Canelo. He pushed Canelo back at times, and Canelo's a bigger star, but you got to fight a certain way in order to beat somebody who has more star power than you
And
in
Ortiz
today's day and
fight
age.
like that,
Because
bro.
this shit is all about entertainment.
The
Ortiz,
only thing that I think is important too is if people are going to say Shakur was running against De Los Santos, you need to have the same energy for Ortiz this fight as well.
I
You
mean,
can't
but
just say
people
one or
in
the
the
other.
chat have been having that energy, man. They've been saying that motherfucker. A lot of people say he been running.
Yeah, as long as the same energy is held, because I hate seeing people move the goalpost in this sport. It's the most annoying thing to see. It's like they
Somebody
change.
said,
No,
somebody
you
said
go.
that's a shame though. This is boxing. It should be score how it's supposed to be, but boxing has always been a sport that's driven by stars, and stars they get privileged because they're the ones who are making the most money.
Yeah, it was. I mean, if you want to go from like an actual boxing perspective, not entertainment, nothing like that. Ortiz did box well. Like he did box on the outside well. It's just it's not the most entertaining thing to see. But that doesn't matter really. Like KJ, you and I compete. Like we know what it's like. If we were boxing the way Ortiz was, we'd get praised for it in the amateurs, but because it's
Nah,
entertainment.
man, I fought a dude out in Philly, and you can go watch the fight on my in my tab KJITV in action. We did an actual little face off and everything. I got my shirt off. Then we get in the fight. I'm outboxing the hell out of this man. This motherfucker falling all over the floor. They gave him the victory. So I don't know about the whole amateur thing. I think it just depends on who your coach
That
is,
is
who your
true
people
though.
with you. But
Nah,
I
the
mean, you in
amateur,
Australia though, right, Nick?
but the amateur
Pardon?
low key is worse. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so it might be it might be different in in the area that you boxing out of. But out here, I've outboxed motherfuckers and they raise the other dude. It's to the point where when I was in Philly before the decision, the guy had his head down because he knew he got outboxed from his home crowd, and they
Yeah.
raised his hand. So it is what it is. I got the shit on video.
For me, my problem is like, because I work doing tree lopping, so like cutting trees and stuff down all day. So by the time I get in training, I'm already gone. But my problem's always been work rate. But like I box fine. It's just when the work rate kicks in, I'm like, oh shit, and then that gets me on the wrong side of things. Like in sparring, I'm like, I'm cool until I get gassed, and then I'm done. It's really bad. I got to work on it. But I think the Ortiz and Teo fight, it's the same as Loma and Haney. The swing rounds go to the champ. That's just what it
Hey,
is.
man, somebody asked a great question, Nick. He said, "Do you think Matias beats Tio now?" I've
No.
been telling people, y'all people assume because Matias isn't the best, the most skilled boxer that anybody with more skill is gonna beat him, and they don't understand how dangerous someone like uh, Matias is. Somebody that doesn't give a fuck. Matias when he fights, he's not worried about getting hit. So that means he's always gonna have the opportunity to hit his opponent. He's always gonna be in range to hurt his opponent and he
I
has a bunch of knockouts. He has crazy power. Even in close, like his shots, you can hear him without that much space.
Until gets
I
cracked
think
up.
that's a good fight. That's a very good fight.
Until gets cracked up. Like how many times did he get dropped like in his career? Like 5 times or so? Like
Teo.
come on.
Teo or
And
Matias?
imagine, hold on.
At least
Imagine.
3 times.
And imagine Matias has been fighting under a 10-pound rehydration clause all the time. What would what happens if he can actually rehydrate, like how he
Damn.
wants to? Imagine he's the IBF champion. He has to rehydrate only 10 pounds.
Yeah, Matias is a dangerous human being, bro.
Yeah. Very dangerous and a dangerous fighter, man.
Yeah.
Make sure if you're in the chat, y'all liking the live. We're gonna go until about 3. And Jaffe LaFleur, I saw when you said good night, man. Good night. Even though it's kind of late, I was preoccupied with these comments and the back and forth. Of course, Jermaine Ortiz give Tank problems. Man, I don't know, man. Tank, he's something else. Tank is something else.
The same shot that Tank caught Rolly with, Ortiz got caught with by someone else. So I don't know. He could probably walk into that.
Yeah, but he could still
Tank
give us a
literally
problem,
is
though.
walking around with a weapon that other fighters don't. It's like not only is he a hard hitter naturally, but he has great timing and accuracy. He's actually a very, very good boxer. So
Yep.
you don't really see that combination like that. Like who else is like that out there? Bud Crawford.
Yeah, Bud. I'd say Bud.
Yeah, that usually you don't see a guy that has the whole package. And Bud has a better package than Tank. Pause, but because Bud has them long ass arms, Tank has a short arm, so it's like he can't really. That's really his only weakness: the short arms and the short body. But other than that, he has the skill, has crazy knockout power, athleticism, countering ability.
And also,
Another. Yeah. Another thing too is Bud and Tank. They are both willing to take shots to land one. Like
To win,
Yeah.
you have to be at that level. You have to. You cannot be thinking about getting hit. That's why people. That's the criticism of Shakur Stevenson that T.O. gave him, and T.O. is a little bit right. Shakur, if he really want to be a star, he gonna have to stand in there and get tagged up sometimes. Floyd did it. Pretty boy Floyd was standing right there. He stood right there with what was that? What was the bald headed brother that he fought?
Zab Judah.
Who? No, DeMarcus Corley. Floyd stood right there with DeMarcus Corley and went to war. And he told Corley, stop crying and fight. Stop crying and fight. Floyd said that. Floyd's mouth was bloodied up when he said that shit. He had blood all up in his mouth because he stood right there and traded with Corley. So if you really want to be a star in the sport, it sucks to say it, but you're going to have to dumb down your style sometime and get into those brawls. You're going to have to get into these exchanges. That's what people want to see. And it's going to put you in a better position to sit down on your shot and really hurt somebody.
Yeah, I said this in your other live, but it's not like Shakur doesn't have the chin or whatever to take shots as well. Like he's gone to the Olympics. He has to have been cracked in the amateurs or even in the Olympics and stuff. When you're at that level, you know you can take shots, and he just wants to be pretty and known for like strict boxing ability, which he has.
Nick, I gotta say this, then Marcos, I'm gonna let you go. Sometimes it's a mental thing because Loma reached the highest heights of the amateur competition, of the national competition. Lomachenko did. So, but Loma said when he turned pro, he was worried about getting hit with them 8-ounce gloves. The glove size is different. So maybe Shakur is worried, like, bro, I don't want to be in here getting cracked. Maybe he's thinking about career longevity. But if that's the case, you're never gonna be a pay-per-view star. So Shakur, he gonna have to make a decision, like, am I gonna put it all, risk it for the biscuit, or am I gonna be playing it safe, man? Don't nobody like to play it safe.
See, Loma and Shakur are more alike than we think because of that factor of not wanting to get touched.
And like they're both extremely skilled. Like Shakur said, when Lomachenko do defense, y'all call it the matrix. When he do it, y'all call it running. But they both are extremely skilled, and they are more alike than what you think. Hey, Marcos, go ahead and say your point, man, because I know I cut you off.
No, I just want to say the VB. I want to let him talk.
Okay. Oh, it's good, VB.
Hey, yo, what's up, guys? I just came back from that TO fight, you know. I mean, I just got here, so who do y'all think won?
Okay, I didn't personally. I'm gonna let everybody in the chat answer that. I didn't catch the fight yet. I'll be watching it tomorrow. But y'all could go ahead and tell VP who y'all think won.
I think the draw was reasonable. Like because obviously swing rounds go to the champ, no matter whether we like it or not. And there was not really many rounds that were like clear for Ortiz or anything. It's kind of like the same, in a weird way, as Loma and Haney. Like there weren't too many like deciding rounds in that. But Teo didn't really deserve to keep his belts, but then Ortiz didn't deserve to take them either. It's a really weird, it's a very weird.
Nah, I didn't watch the fight, but one thing I'll say is Devin Haney, he decisively won the early rounds in the Loma fight, all because of his right hand. I just gotta say that.
Yeah, no, that's true. And then you obviously you can say the same for Loma in 9, 10, and 11.
Yeah, yeah.
I did not see the first 5 rounds because I forgot the fight was happening, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh man. It's good. See, you know why? Because it's on a Thursday.
Yeah, I
They,
forgot, bro.
they got the
I
Super Bowl
Yo, the
coming up,
people.
so
I'm sorry. Somebody in the chat said I thought I was watching Daytona 500.
No, I think
Oh
to me
shit!
Holy.
Not
it was at least a
NASCAR.
7 round.
Oh hell no! That's disrespectful.
Yeah, Tio won no rounds decisively. It's a weird fight. It
To
was a
me,
weird fight.
I had Tio winning because man, that other boy was boring. Man, I'm not gonna lie. Like people gave Shakur like a hard time, but this dude was way worse, man.
Nah,
But you know, Tio was
The
trying to
plane
push the pace. He
request to
was
come
trying to
in.
push the pace of the fight. You know, so
yeah,
yeah.
I thought Tio won that.
yeah.
No,
I
ain't
think
no way
Tio
you said.
win because he was trying to make the fight, but Ortiz was like, anytime Tio
Oh
tried to
shit!
make a fight, he would just run. It was so frustrating. But
Ain't
I
no
think
way
Hey,
you
some of the
said it
people
was
was
worse
putting
than Shakur
quotations.
against
You I
Evan.
still got it. Talking about what T.O. saying and shit.
you know.
Ain't no, ain't
Um,
no way. Hold on. Ain't no way you just said Ortiz tonight was worse than Shakur was against Edwin. That is a crazy ass take. I'm not gonna lie.
It's close. It's close. Probably
Is that
worse.
how he was catching him on? He was catching him
It
on the
was
back
so
foot.
bad this time, like that the judges wasn't
No, it
having
was,
it. The
bro,
judges
bro,
said, you know
bro.
what, we're gonna give Tio
I
all
don't
the way.
even want to remember the Shakur fight because I was started
Hold
like,
on. Ain't no way. Could at the especially at the beginning, he would. Ortiz was on the front foot as well. He was turning his ass around, tagging him up. Even when they were in the clinch, tagging his ass up while he
He
was
was
under that
tagging him with
arm.
Look,
nothing but
hey,
jabs,
hey,
though. You gotta throw a power
Eunice.
punch.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, Eunice. Let me say this. Let me say this. I didn't watch the fight, but what y'all say is true that T.O. was getting countered by Ortiz and Ortiz was on the back foot. Imagine T.O. trying to jump in on Terrence Crawford, boy.
yep.
don't
God,
even bring it
because he said
up.
he
I'm
wanted to fight
telling.
Crawford. Imagine T.O. trying to jump in on
Oh
Terrence
my
Hey,
and
God.
KG,
counter punching
KG,
Crawford.
KG. I'm telling you,
Man, shit.
If Tio will fight Crawford, he will be asleep, bro. I'm telling you, man.
Bro, it's a
Yep.
sleepover night. It's pretty much a sleepover, bro.
Motherfucker said he gonna be throwing up them ZZs. Like Kodak, then Kodak had that song ZZ.
Oh
If
my
you if
Yeah.
you
God.
look at the counters Ortiz was throwing, right?
T.O. gonna
The
be featured
blood.
on a remix.
Dude,
Hey,
ZZ remix, T.O.
that'll be
You know what though? Like, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, Crawford is too big for Tio, man.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
obviously.
and arms too long, man. Arms too long.
Yeah,
Somebody said,
Crawford is
oh,
big.
hold on. Omer to Diddy said, y'all don't know nothing. Omer, tell us how you think the fight went, man, and tell us who you think won and why. Tell us in the chat.
well, he only used Bud to promote his fight, man. Come on.
Hey, I mean that's smart. He used Bud because Bud got a little bit of buzz after what he did to Spence, so I can't blame Tio.
I
A lot
think
of these motherfuckers don't know how to just talk trash and promote their own fight. Hey, LaFlame, you got a request to come in, man. Because there's people in here that's not talking. I could drop them and bring you up, but you got a request to come in.
honestly, like,
Hey,
I think Tio will fight him. I think Tio will fight any of these guys. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, I
Hey,
think
I
Tio
ready?
would too. Tio already lost, so it don't matter.
Yeah, win or
Tio
lose,
lost.
I
Yeah.
His
think.
fans.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
the thing. This is when you know when they really fuck with you. When you lose and your fans still buying your shit, then you good. You good for the rest of your career.
yeah.
Some
I think.
fighters they lose and they can't even sell. Mainly black fighters, because the way that the media tries to bash them after one loss, they can't even sell like they did before after a loss. But not all the time though, because I don't know if it was Nick, but somebody brought up how Charlo bounced back. But Charlo bounced
Yeah.
back with a knockout. So sometimes when you lose, you're supposed to come back and get that get back.
Yeah, I think as well. Steve Weisfeld needs to retire, like go in a nursing home or something, because 117, 111, that's crazy. Like, oh, you'll see KJ. Steve Weisfeld gave Tio 117,
Oh
111.
shit! You said where he got? You talking about the judge? Where he got to go? Nick said he got to get his ass in the nursing home.
Yeah, he's got to go in the old people's home. That was terrible. That was such a bad call.
Oh
Hold
shit!
on,
He's
Nick
what
been,
Bigger,
judge?
thanks for the gifts. My
Hold
man
on,
Hey,
what
hey,
said,
judge
hey,
"Get
is he
your
Old
old
talking
people
ass
time.
out
about?
of
Hold
Boston
on.
and go to the nursing home." God damn, Nick.
I mean, I'm just being honest. He's been on the bad end of some decisions in the past. We got to be real. He,
Hey, you know who else need to be in the nursing home with him? I don't know if
uh,
you watched the Jaime Munguia fight, but the referee in that fight need to go to nursing home as well
Oh
because
my God.
the corner was calling the fight off for like 30 seconds. So John Ryder
yeah,
took a whole extra 30 seconds of ass whooping because the referee wasn't aware that they was calling the fight off.
I missed that fight. Was it Tony Weeks? Was it him?
No, that wasn't Tony Wings. It was some white dude. I think
Yeah,
he was a
some
bald
white.
headed white dude. I think
Yeah, chubby
Oh,
dude. Yeah.
I missed that fight, so I
Wings don't
didn't
need to
see.
go on retirement. Wings just gotta tell us where he got that check from. Who sent him
Yeah,
that check? That
Yeah, the Munguia fight versus Tom Ryder was weird because like Munguia would like land some shots, but Ryder would also land some shots. It was just like weird. But you would think like Ryder would win, but then Munguia would just start beating his ass. You know.
who was the ref in
hey, no, Ryder
Rolling?
wasn't gonna beat no damn kid, man.
Who was?
Drew said bro was getting his ass beat so bad the ref lost his concentration. Sometimes the referee, no, it's true though. Sometimes the referees they can get too much into the damn fight. Like they looking there, they
Holy
become a
shit,
fan,
that's
and they
scary,
forget that
bro.
they doing a job.
Who was the referee in the Rolly and Barroso fight? Was that Tony Wee? I don't
Tony
remember.
Weeks, yeah, that's why I said Tony. He don't need to retire. He just need to tell us who sent him that check that night.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was
Yeah, yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Did you see the?
Because that
The
old
also the
man
guy,
won that fight.
the other Mexican guy that has like 100% KO. What's his
Virgil
name?
Ortiz?
Oh yeah, Virgil Ortiz. Did you guys all see that fight? That shit was rigged, bro.
Who he fight?
He fought this guy. He barely like hurts him, right? And it was
Oh,
his
I did
last
see
fight.
that.
His last fight, right? It barely hurts
Yeah,
him, and then the ref steps in. Unbelievable.
yeah, that was a bad
The
stoppage.
blame trick says he has a string of bad stoppages.
Yeah, man. It
Yeah,
was
he
like,
does. I still
I don't
think
like.
he's a decent referee though, just bad stoppages at times.
you know what? You know what boxing and MMA should do? After every fight, they should like interview the referees, man.
Yeah, for real, they should. And the judges.
Yep.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of UFC, man.
I'm gonna be
What
honest with
about you?
y'all, man. I think that deep down, people like this the controversy of these decisions. I think that it's part of the entertainment. Like
Uh,
if the fights always went to who we thought it should go to, it would be kind of boring. And I think people like to have something to complain about as well. I thought about this for a while. When you see a fighter get robbed, a lot of times your emotions are greater than they would have been if the fighter would have just got his just due. People get mad as hell. Now they want a rematch.
think
So I
about
think that
the Frankie
people like the
Ngannou fight.
controversy of these bullshit decisions, man.
That's probably
Yeah,
why Floyd got so popular too.
I hope not, but that sounds right, bro. I hope not, but
I don't mean to bring
it's
Yeah,
all
I'm
up.
gonna
about
do
the
it.
money, you know.
I don't.
Yo,
For these boxing
who's more
owners.
popular, Canelo or Floyd?
Floyd.
Floyd.
Floyd, man. What type of question is that?
Nah, I just want to see something. I just want to see something.
I think
I just want to see something.
I
Yeah, I
said that. I
They
respect
think
said KD, you
Ortiz
should
though,
definitely
bro.
watch that Keyshawn fight. He's special. I seen Keyshawn on his debut and all that. I know Keyshawn's special. I
yeah,
watched his last fight against
How good is he?
Nahir Albright, Wu, aka Wu.
yeah.
Keyshawn's special. I already know that he a bad motherfucker.
Him
Out
and
of,
Abdullah
what do you
Mason.
think his
I've been saying
potential
that for a
is?
while.
What do you think his potential is out of 100? His potential.
I don't know, man. That's on him. Hey,
Yeah,
somebody said Keyshawn should fight Navarrete. That'd be a great fight, but I think that they trying to protect Navarrete right now.
I
They're
don't know
not ready
why
to
they
feed
are.
him to them black champions. Well, I ain't gonna say champions because Keyshawn ain't champion, but they're not ready to feed him to them black
He
dogs
gets
out there.
promoted by
Because really, he's supposed to
Top
be
Rank,
fighting
right?
Shakur right now, huh?
He gets promoted by Top Rank, right? Navarrete.
Yeah,
So nah, no way. Bob Arum is gonna protect him.
yeah. Bob gonna protect them from them negritos.
You'll
Mm-hmm.
see.
It, wa- it
Abdullah
was it was
Mason.
it was it was Navarrete actually that made that decision. You know what I mean? He's like he said, I'm not gonna give him an inch, and I'm gonna be honest with you.
Dude, I like
I was
Navarrete
like,
to be
hey
honest.
man, I can't argue with that. You feel me? He don't want to give him an inch of advantage. You feel me? Because he's the one that got to move up to 140.
I've been saying this for a while. Abdullah Mason is another name we have to keep an eye on. He's insane,
Yeah, he a
especially at
bad
19.
motherfucker too.
He's nuts.
Yeah,
The KO we got today was like beautiful shot, crazy shot. I know it wasn't against like a world class elite opponent, but like you can see the way he set it up, and he was sharp. Like he was on it. We got to keep an eye on him as well. He has a lot of potential,
that
I
boy
think.
Pedraza gonna end up. Somebody said that boy Pedraza gonna end up with CTE. I don't know. At the end of the day, did Pedraza get stopped?
Yeah,
The
he got stopped.
Okay. So if he keeps getting like say he gets stopped in his next fight, he should probably just call it a career. I mean, he had a belt, he's done good. But when you start to take these big ass KOs and getting stopped and shit, sometimes it's good to go ahead and call it a career. I mean, shit. Pedraza's
Pedraza is
a
like
good fighter.
the lightweight version of Derek Chisora. He's just like a big gatekeeper, pretty much. in my opinion, he hasn't really, like, same as Chisora, he hasn't demonstrated anything crazy, but he's just been gatekeeping the division. That's what I think, at least.
Somebody said Pedraza bald as fuck now. When he fought Tank, he had a full head of hair. What these motherfuckers, yo, Soul Negro be tripping. But I agree with you. Chisora, he's a guy that they bring out there as competition. You know what I mean? He not. They don't really look at him like he could hold it down. He could keep the belt for a long time. It is what it is. So yeah, Pedraza is one of them dudes. But if he's gonna be getting knocked out, you don't want to be a gatekeeper getting knocked out like Gamboa became. You don't want that's dangerous. So
Yeah.
he might want to think about calling it a career. Fuck it.
You said this in your
made
last.
one.
You said this in your last live, but I don't want Loma to be a gatekeeper. He's way too
I
good
do.
to end up being a gatekeeper.
Nah.
Loma already he gatekeeper right now. He's 17-3, bro.
Nah, you're tripping, dog. Hold on. Nah.
Loma a gatekeeper right now.
Nah, you tripping, dog.
That
Nah, Loma's not a
motherfucker. They fight. So Loma,
Nah.
Loma about to headline with George Cambosos?
Nah, Loma's
No,
not a
what?
gatekeeper,
What?
dog. If he lost this fight, then I'd be like, all right, bro's right.
No, Lomachenko
Nah,
right now. The gate.
nah,
Listen,
you're
let me listen.
tripping.
Lomachenko been losing big fights since he started his career. Nick, you know I'm not making it up. He's been losing big time fights since the
Well, nah,
beginning
bro,
of his career.
but
He tried to give him a
but all
belt.
right,
He
but
lost to Orlando Salido.
but
Coming
we
He tried to
got
become undisputed. He
but
tried to become undisputed against T.O. He lost. They gave him another chance to become undisputed. Wow, I wonder why.
but
Against
we
Devin Haney, he fucking
but
lost. Loma right
we
now
gotta
is a
give him this.
gatekeeper,
Like
bro.
Loma came out fighting champions off rip, bro. Like second, third fight, he was in
Yeah.
the championship
I
fight.
mean,
That's a little different.
when you got 300, 400 amateur fights, that's what you're supposed to do.
I don't like. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Ready.
Like
You more than ready.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think amateurs is the same as the pros. You feel me?
400 though, and you made it to the highest
That's a
level.
big.
You was a
I
two-time
get you. I
Olympian.
get you. But
I mean, this is coming
yeah.
from, like, Loma's in my top 3 favorite fighters of all time. Not best, just favorite. Like, I'm
Yeah, which
staring at a
you like.
signed frame of
Ain't
him
nothing
on
wrong
my
with that.
wall. Like, I've got a signed frame of him on my wall. I'm looking at it. He has choked his biggest fights. Like, I'm a massive
Yeah,
Loma fan, and he just choked them. That's all it is.
and he's 35. So who the hell is trying to really market the sport through Loma at this point? He's
Yep.
proven that he can't get it done. He was a champion. He's beat champions. Like Loma is one of the most skilled fighters to ever do it. Nobody can take that away from him.
Yep.
But like Nick
How old
said,
is
like I've been
Loma?
saying, he like Peyton Manning. He's skilled in the regular season, but when it's time to play for that big chip, he probably not gonna win.
Almost
I think
35.
I think Loma should have stayed at 130. He could have gotten undisputed at 130. I think him going to 135
Was he
was
too big?
No, shout out to Loma for going up to 35 where
Yeah.
real name was at.
Man,
Yeah,
you know
Shout out
what?
to Loma
Bit of
because he
respect as
fought
well.
men who were bigger than him. He
Let me.
lost, but guess what? He tried
Bro,
to be great, so he
matter
really
of
did believe
fact,
in himself. He
hold on.
believed
Matter
in
of
himself,
fact,
and
why
now he a
isn't
gatekeeper.
what? Why isn't Shakur calling out Loma?
He has called out
Oh no,
Loma.
Shakur was calling him out for years.
Yeah,
After they
long before the
sparred,
fight.
Shakur knew that I could beat this motherfucker. Loma didn't want to fight Shakur then, and he don't want to fight him now. The only reason Loma even fought Haney because Haney had the belts. Haney was calling Loma out for years. These men have an advantage on Loma because they're all bigger than him. They're just as fast as him, but they're all naturally bigger than him. And Loma's power, it didn't carry up to 35 like how it was at 30. What's up, Jeremiah?
What up?
Justin. Oh, sorry.
Is Shakur for real retired now, you think?
No.
No.
That's a gimmick.
I don't think
That's a
so.
little publicity
Jeremiah,
stunt. Teofimo did the same
it's a
thing.
joke. It's like a publicity stunt.
It's not a joke. It's him trying to gain some level of power in the business of boxing.
Because I
So
seen
he's
him in my
trying to
hometown
play his
not too
different
long
card.
ago, and I took a picture with him.
Oh, that's nice. That's cool.
Who you seen?
Shakur.
You know who I ran into? I ran into what's his name? Fernando Vargas' son, the oldest one. Oh, his name is Fernando Jr. He was a chill
You know,
dude, man.
I have a
Justin.
picture of Muhammad Ali.
Shakur kind of a dickhead, I ain't even lying.
Why?
Man, you took a picture with him?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Man, shit, I ain't taking no picture with nobody. I ain't gonna be taking my picture and
No.
then calling me no dickhead.
Yeah.
Justin.
I was
Hey,
a kid
yo,
back then.
KJ, hold on, KJ, I said the same thing when I ran into Fernando's son. He seemed like a dope dude, but I'm not the type to take a picture. Listen, it could be Drake. I'm not finna ask you
Me
for a
neither.
picture,
I know.
bro.
In my whole life, I never really got excited because somebody stardom or a celebrity or nothing like that. I just be looking at him like, hey, he keep doing his thing, but it's just another human being.
Yeah,
Exactly.
just to keep it unbiased as well. Going back to saying that Shakur wouldn't fight Loma, we have to give it to Shakur. Sorry, since he came up to 135, pretty much everyone in the top 10 did not want to fight him except for Dos Santos.
Ducking, boy.
Like you have
Because
to
you
give him
gotta
credit.
these motherfuckers didn't spar with Shakur. They know that what Shakur is.
Yeah,
You know what they say? They say iron sharpens iron, and they say can two walk together unless they be alike. I'm quoting those are biblical scriptures.
The Bible
Shakur
script,
he stayed with Bud Crawford.
something like
He
that.
stayed with Bud Crawford, so it's like we know Bud is the top of the top as far as the skill and shit. Shakur has been learning under that man for years, so people they know, damn, that little motherfucker right there, he's dangerous. He the truth.
just going into. I mean, one guy just said make the best fights. Then Shakur tried. Like he literally tried. Loma turned him down. Kambosos turned him down.
Cruz turned him down.
Cruz turned him down. Navarrete turned him down, even though he just moved up. Like he went through the whole top 10, and the only name that came forward was De Los Santos. It was the only one. So you can't knock him
Yep,
for
and
that.
De Los Santos he lost, and Shakur looked injured in that fight, and he still was able to come out with a victory. Yo, Wickedy, I didn't catch the fight, man. I'm gonna catch it tomorrow, and then we're gonna get Wicked.
You got to remember
Man,
as
No pun
well.
intended.
if you could stay up, if you could stay up through that fight, because man, let me tell you,
Yeah, I can stay up, bro. I watch fights 3 to 4 times, and then I break them down in slow motion and have to talk. Trust me, I can stay up.
this
You got to
fight was
remember.
That
boring.
shit.
Ooh,
That fight wasn't
let's put
necessarily
that fight,
boring.
bro.
Bro, it's only gonna
It's the
take you
boxing,
one
man.
time to watch that fight, bro. You only need to watch that one time.
Bro, just
Yeah, I kind of
we
agree.
don't need a breakdown, to be honest, man.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we don't need. Hey,
It's not a-
listen, if you
Yeah.
Hey
put a
Marcos, you know
breakdown
what,
up there,
Marcos?
nothing to watch it.
Since you are a patron, I'm gonna take your word for it. You know what I'm gonna do though? Since you told me not to waste time breaking that fight down, guess what? I'm looking at the Caramel Moten and the Shakur's cousin. What's his name?
Oh,
Oh,
I
it's
know
like
what you're talking
Zaquan
about.
Moses.
Yeah, Zaquin Moses. I'm looking at that and I'm thinking about breaking that down because
You know what?
that fight looked like how Tank and Shakur would look like.
That's high
Like,
level amateur stuff too. Like
Yo,
it's
can I?
very high level.
yeah, like it was high level amateur shit, but really it looked like from me looking at it, it looked like Moten would have beat Zaquin in a real fight because Moten was trying to throw like knockout shots and shit. Zaquin was boxing.
Yeah,
And it's easy to box for 3 rounds, but 12?
Mhm.
You know what
yeah.
I mean? So that fight, I'm gonna try to do something with that, and 'cause I think that's a good little visual of how Tank and Shakur will go.
Yo,
I think that's how Tank and Shakur will look.
yo,
KJ, speaking of
yo.
people in the amateurs, I mean he's a pro now, but have you heard of Paulo Alcuso?
Hmm.
He's a light heavyweight. You got to watch him. He's very underrated in light heavyweight. I've been watching.
What's his name? You said what's his name?
Paulo Alcuso. I'll put it in the chat.
Paula.
Polo.
I'll put it in the
Polo.
chat.
All right, yeah, put it in the
He's
chat.
very, very slick. Like his defense is like any move. He's really fast for light heavyweight
Okay,
too.
Polo Akusa. Okay.
Yeah.
Yo,
You sound Russian? He Russian?
He's Pacific Islander, I think.
Oh, okay.
KG,
Interesting.
you know a good video
Hold on,
that
hold
you
on.
should make?
Soul Negro said Ortiz and Tio not that boring. I'm gonna look into it and see if it's worth breaking down because I got to get a breakdown for the one breakdown that I know that I'm doing for y'all is the Caramel Moten, Zaquin Moses. I think that shit was lit, man. I watched it. They only got 2 rounds of it, but that shit was lit.
Wow.
And yeah, I think that Moten, if they was he would fight with a professional style in the amateur.
Yo,
Yeah.
you know a good video you should make? Best fighters of under the age of like 25 or like 20 years old, in your opinion.
Abdullah's got to
I don't even know all the motherfuckers, to be honest with you. I don't be like sometimes I talk about the stuff that I know and the stuff that I've seen, but a lot of times y'all watch more than me because whether you know it or not, when I finish these lives at 1 or 2 in the morning, I get up at 6 and make my way to the gym. And then by the time I get, I take the bus and train, I get to the gym, it's like what, 8, I start training, I don't leave until 2. So then I come back and do these videos and do my other shit. So I don't have time to consume as much as I used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Another Australian fighter. I'm sure you know him, but do you
The
know
heavyweight
Jai
guy.
Opetaia?
Is
You know
it
Jai Opetaia?
is it the new heavyweight guy?
Cruiserweight, Jai Opetaia.
Is it the one that knocked out that was on the Day of Reckoning fight card?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
him. He's a beast, bro. He's
He,
a
Man, y'all be knowing all the secret
apparently he
fighters,
beat up
huh?
Tyson Fury in a sparring match.
Yeah, he lives like not far from me. I've always
That's
wanted to
sick.
go meet
Hey,
him in
KG,
person.
you got the video of Bevo and Benavidez sparring?
No, I don't got the video. I got that picture with people looking like,
He
oh
he
shit.
just went through hell. He just saw like
Yeah,
Satan
go look at
himself.
that picture. A picture worth 1,000 words, man.
Yeah.
People
Wait,
say a
where's that
lot in that
picture on
motherfucking picture.
your
It's
profile
like
or
when
what?
Canelo fought Bevo, the same face he had, you know?
Wait, where can I see that picture?
No, it was
Go look up. Just type in Benavidez and Bivol. You're gonna see a picture of them after the sparring. And, they sweaty and everything.
Benavidez is
Bivol had
smiling.
that look on his face,
Oh
like, bro,
man,
this motherfucker, right? And you can also see that Benavidez is actually bigger than Bivol. That shit is crazy. He's
Yeah.
bigger.
yeah, that's crazy.
And you know what's crazy? I believe it because Bivol said that he would fight Canelo at 168. So some of these light heavyweights, they know how to get their body to 167.9 and shit. But Canelo turned that fight down for whatever reason.
I feel like Canelo, I don't even know if he could take the power of Benavidez.
I think he can. He's displayed he has a good
People
chin.
keep sleeping
I
on
don't
that. They
know.
keep sleeping
That's the
on that.
best chin in boxing.
He's got a
Best
great
chin in
chin.
fuck no.
He's got a great chin, not the best chin. But he's got
I'd
a
be
great
surprised.
Who has the
Listen,
best chin in
we
boxing?
can't tell until they get in the.
Tank.
Tank? Yeah. He has like a
I
Marvin Hagler.
think Canelo and Tank got the best chins in boxing. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Man, I ain't never seen. I seen Canelo almost get
Canelo,
dropped by Cotto.
Oh,
I never
Cotto's
seen
brother.
Tank almost get dropped by nobody.
Tank has never been like hurt.
Canelo got more fights, though.
He has like that
Yeah,
Marvin
Canelo
Hagler.
got more fights. I agree, but I'm just saying from the resume we got, you gotta understand. Not everybody's gonna have 70 fights. Some fighters get 30 fights, 35 fights, and they done with their career. From the sample size that we have, we've seen Canelo more hurt than Tank. That Cotto fight, the only thing that kept Canelo up was the ropes. I've never seen that happen to Tank as of yet, knock on wood. Tank got a better chin than Canelo, if you ask me.
I'm surprised Canelo ate those overhands by Triple G in their fight. They were like hard shots too.
Yeah. That fight was like him and Triple G. They put on some legendary. The first two fights, legendary.
I think Triple G
And
won
shout
the
out to
first
Canelo
one.
for making it. That was a dangerous fight. Shout out to Canelo.
Triple
That was
G,
back when he was still hungry.
him and Triple G was throwing like punches that'll knock any other
Knock
fighter
him out,
out.
yeah.
They were
Yeah,
just throwing
they were.
knockout punches the whole
Yeah.
fight, man. Crazy.
I think, in my opinion,
It was a
Triple
crazy
G won the
fight.
first one. The second one was a draw, and then Canelo got to Triple G when he was way too old and blown out.
Yeah,
The third one.
Canelo should have never fought Triple J.
That was just an embarrassing fight.
The third fight was useless. Nobody even wanted that. He could have fought Dave Benavidez right
No,
Yep.
but why,
Yeah.
why not get the trilogy on your record though?
there.
Like,
Trilogy my ass. Ain't
Yeah,
nobody
he would.
want that. Ain't
Yeah,
nobody want to see that.
yeah. I'm undisputed in one division. Let me go fight a 40-year-old
every
man.
classic
so I
fighter
can
got
get
that
my
trilogy though. You're
bro.
not
What are you
gonna
talking
skip
about?
out on that. You're
Not
not
every
gonna,
classic fight has a trilogy, bro. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford not gonna be no damn trilogy. And that shit was a classic. That was an all time.
that wasn't no,
That shit
that
right
was
there
one
was
sided. What
about
are you talking
Price
about?
was-
No, that was a one sided fight, man.
I mean,
But the
Barrera and
second
Eric
one,
Morales.
I think Errol put up a really good fight on that second fight.
Yeah, a lot of people
I heard
forget
they got
about it.
canceled.
But
Is that true or is that cap? I think I seen on YouTube.
I don't know.
Who got
I'll be
canceled?
honest with you. I don't know what's going on.
What's going on?
Crawford and Spence. I want to see that fight again because low key, I think
I
Spence will
want to
win
see
this
rematch too. I
second
want to
fight.
see if Errol could win. If
I think
Errol
one
comes back
will.
and win, if Errol come back and win, then VB gonna be right. This gonna be another great trilogy, and it'll be one of the greatest trilogies in the history of boxing.
One
'cause
matchup that I wish had a trilogy was David Tua and Ike Ibeabuchi. I think that would have been an amazing trilogy, but never happened. Ibeabuchi ruined his career, which was kind of sad. But
Okay. Hear me out.
that was a crazy fight.
Crawford versus Boots.
Nah. Boots is green compared to Crawford.
I'm picking Crawford to beat Boots.
Yeah,
Skill
same.
for skill, it's a good fight though.
I think it's a
Skill
good
for skill.
fight. I think the showboating from Boots would stop in that fight. You wouldn't see any of it. He wouldn't
No,
have time.
definitely.
I agree.
Man, I don't know. I think Boots not gonna be able to get away from what he does best. When he's showboating, that's when he's doing his best boxing. When he tried to go out there against Karen, I don't know how to pronounce it. The rest of that man's name. When he tried to go out there and try to be serious and try to get a knockout and shit, he looked bad. When he was out there doing the Matrix, feeling himself, being Boots, he looked dominant as hell against Villa. So I don't think he's gonna be able to just throw away that showboat and shit.
I don't
Karen
think
was
this
looking
would
like
happen.
Ortiz though.
I don't think this would happen, by the way. But just imagine if Crawford beat the shit out of Spence in the first fight, then Boots does all the showboating stuff to Bud. I just imagine how like crazy the internet would go if that happened.
Yeah, it would. It would. That's what I'm saying. People styles make fights. People, I said this before, but people assume that Boots would just shit on Spence because Crawford did it. It's like, bro, we don't know what would happen when these different styles get into these fights.
That's
We
what
nobody predicted besides
that's what
like
I'm
probably
saying.
5% of the population the boxing world predicted that Crawford was gonna dominate Spence to that degree. Nobody did. They try to act like they did in the aftermath, but no one thought it would be that one sided. So when it comes, and that's how it is, bro. Like think about it. First, I was like, damn, what the hell happened? Maybe it was because Errol wasn't the same, but at the end of the day, we've seen shit like this before. We watched George Foreman dominate Joe Frazier, make Joe Frazier look like nothing. But Ali
Yeah.
went to war with Frazier, but then Ali beats Foreman. So we've
Yeah,
seen this all throughout the history of boxing. It's not just this isn't nothing new. It's just
Listen,
that when people actually see another man dominate another man like that, and both men were great, they like, no, that couldn't be real. That can't be real. But I'm here to tell you that that shit was real, man. And I don't think Crawford cheated. I think that
nah,
it
but
just happened.
Crawford's just
Nah,
special.
but no. But you could
Special
listen.
guy, man.
It's not to take away from Crawford, but you could see that something was wrong with Spence. Like
Yeah,
you could
Yeah,
very
something
clear
was
something
wrong
was
with
wrong
listen,
with
Spence,
him.
but it's like,
I'm
bruh,
the
Yeah, something was
it's
definitely
Spence
wrong with
was
him.
100%. The way
Yeah,
that Crawford looked, he had a perfect night.
yeah.
yeah.
Like his
yeah,
defense looked better than it looked in the last 5 fights.
I
yeah.
That
think
motherfucker was dipping shot. He dipped a shot in the corner where he bent at the waist and got so low and it just got up out of the corner like it was nothing. It was crazy. I was like, what the fuck? He raised his level to the competition and to the moment. It was beautiful.
I'm the biggest Spence fan. He's like my number 3 favorite fighter in the world right now. But that fight, Terence Crawford was just like on a. He was God. Spence was like a peasant. It was unbelievable. It was just everything he did, every move he did was like he was like a step ahead of him. It was unbelievable.
He was perfect.
Yeah.
He had a perfect night.
I'm not gonna
He
lie.
looked like how Floyd used to look in some of Floyd's dominant performance. Crawford hasn't looked like that in years.
When I
I
seen
was
the
like,
first
what the
round,
fuck?
bro, I was like, oh, Bud shelling up. I was like, oh, Spence probably about to close his damn eye or something. Man, Bud came out in the second round and started countering and shit. I was like, God damn.
When Bud was doing that in the first round, all he was doing
Was down
was
rotating.
the whole first round. All he was doing was getting his time and getting his distance and shit like that. Because first he went to shelling up, slowing it down, feeling Arrow's power. Then he went to shelling up, but taking a step or 2 steps back so he could time Arrow. And then once he got the time, and it was a wrap.
Yeah, I think Bud has some of the highest boxing IQ that I've seen in a long time as well. Like I've watched that
No,
many
no,
fights.
Loma, man, Loma IQ is
Loma
just
as
as
well,
high as
yeah.
anybody's.
I
Yeah,
don't think
no, I
Bud. No,
completely agree.
I don't think Bud's IQ is that crazy. I just think Bud, like he
Oh
knows.
no, you tripping.
No, he makes every
I,
adjustment that he has to, like
Bro,
Tank does.
that
Tank
man
does.
Bud, his IQ, the like literally, even the fact that he decided to stay southpaw. And the
nah, you
thing
know
is,
what? Yeah, it
I
is.
read
It
these
is. It
fighters, I
is. You're
study these
right. You're
fighters.
right. You're right. You're right.
Bud, he actually dedicates time to the game plan. It's within his training program. So before he goes and trains, they have a meeting about their plan for every fight. They have meetings. So Bud's IQ is really up there. He's not just in there going
Nah,
off a
yeah, yeah.
field.
You're right. If I
They
was,
have meetings like a football team or a basketball team would.
yeah, yeah.
I
No,
thought
you're
we was
right. You're
going.
right. You're right. You're right. Because you know what? He be adjusting. I was gonna say he be adjusting, but that is IQ to be able to
Yeah,
adjust. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that
that's
is
Yeah.
IQ.
credit to
Yeah.
Bomac as well, though. Bomac should get credit for that too.
Oh yeah, Bomac. Yo, Bomac is one of the best trainers in the world. He's proved it, and
Yeah,
and you know what I like about Bomac? Bomac brash with it too. That motherfucker.
yeah.
Bomac like yeah, he's like yeah, we whoop this person ass, that person ass. We
His
gonna go out here, we
reaction,
gonna perform. Like Bomac is confident in his system, and
yeah.
he said that he said he got the system to make champions. So hey, shout out to him. Go ahead, Nick. My bad, cutting you off.
No, you're
You
right.
know,
No, you're good.
cause
He
go ahead, my bad.
but no, you're good. Bomac's reaction to after they were in the change room and he was holding all the belts, like him being all confident and he knew that he had Spencer's number as well. It was just good to see. I like seeing when coaches are confident because of what they bring out of fighters. So he deserves
Right.
all the credit. He deserved Trainer of the Year, which he got, which is great. He
I I, I thought we was
I'm
gonna get some
laughing at
old
fucking
school
Soul
shit, bro.
Negro. We talk about Bo Mac. This motherfucker talking about I want some fries and chicken and a side of biscuits. That ain't enough for me. I want a number
That
3.
sound good right now, though. That sound good right now.
Man,
Sheesh.
that's one thing about Bo Mac, bro. He can coach, but he do need to pay attention to his health. That way he could be
Yeah.
around longer to help these fighters. Because at the end of the day, it's not good to be a brother walking around with all that weight. You liable to have a heart attack at any time. So I know that Soul Negro just been funny talking about Bo McDonald's and all that shit, but in all honesty, the brother do gotta start losing weight. And that's just so he can have a better life, a longer life, and be able to give more to the world because he's proven to have one of the great boxing minds in the sport.
Yeah.
But even if
I
he
think
didn't have a great boxing mind, I would want him to be healthy and live a long life. Even if he was, you know what I mean, homeless, dumb as hell on the street or something, I want him to be healthy. Like, you know what I mean? Not just because he happens to be a genius.
I think Bud had Spencer's number for years though. Like I think even if the fight happened before, it would have been the same result.
These motherfuckers said Bo McDonald's had a farm.
They're going in on him right now.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, my boy look like
Listen,
a Big Mac,
as
bro.
crazy as it sounds, man. I think Tank beats Crawford, man.
Nah,
Oh
That
yeah,
is
nah.
bro.
crazy.
Yeah, you look,
That is insane.
DB.
You know,
Who
let
your
me tell you
plug,
something.
man? Who your
Let
plug?
me tell you why. Hold on. Let me
You
tell
gotta
you
go
why
to sleep,
first. Let
bro.
me tell
You
you why
gotta go to
first.
sleep.
Nah, bro, you tripping on that one.
Hold on.
You been messing with
Bud,
that Walter White, huh?
nah, listen.
You
Let me tell
on
you
that
why.
hard
Hold on.
shit. You not
I'm
on the
finna,
regular.
listen. I'm
You
finna
not on
break
no
it down.
recreational stuff.
No.
Take
I'm
it too
finna break it
small,
down. I'm finna tell you
too
why.
short.
Because
All
Crawford.
right, go ahead, break it
Hold
down,
on.
man.
Wait a
Break it
minute.
down.
Because Crawford got he got a tougher time against small. And hold on. Earlier, first of all, when I said he don't got that high IQ. I was just finna say because his competitiveness is like what he really got, but nah, his IQ is up there. I was wrong for that. But I will say this: he has a tougher time against smaller fighters because we've seen it with Gamboa, and he said he said Gamboa was his toughest fight. So I really do think if he were to fight Tank at 147 at some point, that means if Tank could actually get up there, I think Tank could edge him out. I think it'd be a
Let me
heck of
tell
a
you something.
fight.
When he fought Gamboa, you know Crawford was a 140-pound fighter, and Gamboa was jumping up in weight.
Hmm.
That's number one. And Gamboa, although he was able to hurt Crawford, him being smaller, it made a difference. And also, Gamboa he fights nothing like Tank. He throws a bunch of punches. And he just happened to land one of those motherfuckers. Like, imagine somebody shoot 100 arrows at you. The chances of them hitting you one time is going to increase because they have that much more opportunities. Tank Davis is not throwing no type of clip or no
No,
type
I
of
thought about that
punches
too,
at the rate of Yorioka's Gamboa. He's just not.
yeah,
I
And
just
Tank
don't
will
see him
be
I
beating him.
took
Tank will be a
that
lot
into
heavier.
consideration,
He won't
but
be
you
able
know,
to move around as much. I don't think.
Tank got fast feet. You know, his speed is underrated. Like as far as footwork goes, he got really fast feet, man. Tank
He
be
does,
in
Right
and
but so
here,
out the
does
somebody
Bud.
pocket
said
real quick.
Gamboa in his prime had one of the fastest combos in boxing.
That's
Right, and he was throwing them bitches hard too.
Yeah.
Really, for real, when you think about it, Gamboa, he probably shouldn't even have went to no damn lightweight or I think Crawford fought him at lightweight or 140. Crawford fought him at lightweight. My
35.
fault. I said 140.
35.
But he was small for lightweight, man. He was small for lightweight. So it is what it is. But his career was mishandled. He started working with 50 Cent and he didn't get the most out of his career. But at the end of the day, for him to be a smaller fighter and to have that effect on Crawford, a lot of that was due to his combination punching and his speed. I think Tank don't really fight like that, and I don't think it would translate in a fight with Crawford. I really don't.
Hey, even though Earl wasn't able to capitalize on it, bro, Bud still do get emotional sometimes and will try to prove a point and get hit more, even though Earl wasn't able to capitalize on it. He still do get emotional though, bro.
But when Crawford lets
Yeah,
his
but that's
hands
part of his greatness. Sugar Ray Robinson was like that. Some fighters they know they have a great IQ. They know how to box, but they like to fight, and that's what make them dangerous. When you like to fight and you hit hard like that, like how Sugar Ray was, it's dangerous for you, but it's dangerous for your opponent. Sugar Ray been dropped in his career, and Bud got dropped against Mean Machine, but he was able to compose himself and grab Mean Machine leg and shit. But Sugar Ray would get dropped in his career because he was such a gambler and he was so aggressive. So it's like a double-edged sword. It's dangerous for the fighter, but it's dangerous for the opponent.
Yeah,
I
it's a
think
gift and a curse.
yeah, but also like Bud is probably the best finisher in boxing today. Maybe besides Benavidez. I think they're probably the two best finishers right now.
Nah, Bertha B is the best finisher, man. Fuck
Actually, no,
that.
that is right.
100%.
No, I stand corrected. That is true.
100%.
No, that's true. But okay, so
I'll say
so
Devontae Davis.
Buddy's
I'll
up
say
there,
Devontae
right?
Davis.
Nah,
Japanese
Tank
best finisher.
is a one-shot KO artist, where Buddy's a finisher. Like, there's a difference between.
He's probably the most powerful puncher right now.
Devanini,
I'm
bro.
going off the numbers, man. Fuck that. And I heard them Russians, they be juicing.
Oh yeah.
Bertiev, every test that he took.
He did low-key turn positive for all of them. I mean, negative for all the tests
If you
done.
see,
No, I'm just joking about the stuff. You know, but you know, it's a stigma from the Rocky movie as well.
yes,
Yes.
It's just something that's
Same
a
thing with
dark cloud.
MMA.
Like, damn, a lot of people from the area got a lot of power. So I don't put nothing past nobody. But at the end of the day, Bertiev, everybody that stepped in the ring with him, they ain't step out. So I think he's the best finisher in boxing.
I stand corrected on that then.
Steroids in MMA.
Better Bev or
it's like the
Bevo?
biggest conspiracy theory because
Nah, Better Be will get clapped by Bevo. Better Be is mid. He just got a bunch
You got
of
a chance to
power.
see because they already on the fight. So that's gonna be a great fight. I can't wait to break that fight down.
I think that's
Guys,
first.
my phone is about to die. We had a great ass live, a nice chill live. We got went into different topics. I guess the Jamal Charlo shit, because nobody really looking for Charlo to fight Canelo. To be honest with you, that's why the conversation moves so easily from Charlo and Canelo. But it is what it is.
no one cares about
Jeremiah, VP, bless up. Nick, Keffa had came up here. T Streak, Marco Silva, everybody that came up here. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna take my black ass to bed, man. Full live.
Peace.
Good night. I'll see you soon, man. Hopefully, God willing.
Yes, sir.